Very good morning, students. Today we are going to see the globalization chapter or fourth chapter of economics. Then production across the countries. Trade was the main channel of connecting distant countries. Large companies, which are now called multinational corporations or MNCs, played a major role in trade. An MNC is a company that owns or controls production in more than one nation at the same time. Please note, we already underlined that one in the textbook. Once again, MNC is a company that owns or a control production in more than one nation. MNCs set up offices and factories for production in regions where they can get cheap labor and other resources so that the company can earn greater profit. Why they are moving to other countries? Because they want to get cheap labor as well as resources in cheaply. Then interlinking production across the countries. The money that is spent to buy asset such as land, building, machines and other equipment is called investment. What is investment? Investment is the money that we are spending for what? To buying assets such as land, building, machines and other equipments. It is called investment. An investment made by MNC is called foreign investment. If the foreign country company is coming here in India and purchasing land, then we will call it foreign investment. That used to ask what is the difference between investment and foreign investment. Then MNCs are exerting a strong influence on the production at these distant location. As a result, production in this widely dispersed location is getting interlinking. They are making the things in a different countries. For example, China will make for some part, then they will take to India second part, like that they used to make. There are a variety of ways such as mentioned below in which MNCs are spending their spreading their production and interacting with the local producers in various countries across the globe. First one, by setting up partnership with the local companies. First they will come and make the partnership with the local companies. Then second one, by using the local companies for supplies. Then if the partnership is not possible or partnership with they got, then what they will do, they are making the local companies to supply their things, the foreign things. By closely competing with the local companies or by buying them up. And then afterwards they are got the supply of good market in that particular country, then they will try to compete with the local companies or sometimes they will purchase the local companies. Then MNCs set up production jointly with the local companies, which benefits local companies in the following way. How the local companies they are getting the help. First one, MNCs can provide money for additional investment like buying new machines for faster production. Local companies they are in the need of the new machines. For that purpose, MNCs will give money. Then second, MNCs might bring with them at least the latest technology for the production. Then MNC, when they are coming and joining with the local company, they will bring new technology or the latest technology with them. Then foreign trade and integration of market. Foreign traders create an opportunity for the producers to reach beyond the domestic market. Producers can sell their product not only in a market located within the country but can also compete in the market located in the other countries of the world. The MNCs, they are the foreign trade or the companies, what they are doing, they are competing with the local companies as well as with the other country companies also. Similarly, buyers have the option to choose among the various goods beyond domestically produced goods. Thus, foreign trade result in the connecting the markets or integration of markets in different countries. Then comes the next major point. It is what is globalization. Globalization is the process of rapid integration or interconnection of countries. MNCs are playing a major role in the globalization process. More and more goods and services, investment and technology are moving between countries. There is one way in which the countries can be connected. there is through a movement of the people between country. Factors that enabled globalization. First one, technology. Rapid improvement in technology has been one major factor that has stimulated the globalization process. This has made possible much faster delivery of goods across long distance from at lower cost. The development in information and communication technology have made information instantly accessible. When the new things are coming, that same day we will get the information. Second one, liberalization of foreign trade and foreign investment policy. Because of the globalization, they made each and every country, they got the force to pressure to reduce the trade policies and other things, or make liberal policies. Trade barriers are some of the restrictions that have been set up by the government. What is trade barriers? That is the restrictions made by the government for what in the field of trade. The government can use trade barriers to increase or decrease, means to regulate the foreign trade and to decide what kind of goods and how much of each should come into the country. Now, from last 3-4 months onwards, we are hearing like that India is regulating the China things to come to India like that. First we banned all the mobile apps and other things. Then we are restricting the things to come. Instead of that, we started to produce here, and many foreign companies is ready to come and start their production unit here in India. Then tax on import is an example of the trade barrier. We used to take the duties, tax on the particular things what they are bringing here. That is the one of the example. Then removing barriers or restrictions set by government on trade is known as liberalization. What is liberalization? Removing the barriers or the restrictions who made set by the government on the which field? That is on the trade field. That is known as liberalization. Please note in the textbook. When the government imposes less restriction than before, it is said to be more liberal. In India also we are made the same way. The next one, World Trade Organization, WTO. World Trade Organization is an organization whose aim to be liberalize international trade. At present, 164 countries of the world are currently the members of World Trade Organization. How many countries? 164. And how many countries got corona problem? 215 countries got the corona problem, and two like that ships like that the vehicles or the part of the America like that part also got. Then it has established rules for developed countries regarding international trade so that these countries can allow free trade to all. It is established rules for developed countries because they want to sell their things to other countries, and it is given chance to reach to international market. Impact of globalization in India, that is the next point. Globalization has impacted the lives of people in India in the following way. First one, it has provided greater choice to consumers who now enjoy improved quality of and the lower prices on the several products. Before we are having, for example, if you are going and purchasing, so we have had very less choices because of the globalization. Now we are having 100 types of shops. Then it has resulted the higher standard of living. That's why we are the quality is improved, so we are also improving on standard of life also. Globalization has also created new opportunities for companies providing services, particularly in the IT sector, because they are playing a crucial role to bring the information or give the information to the people. The struggle for a fair globalization. Fair globalization creates opportunities for all and also ensures that the benefits of the globalization are shared better. The government can play a major role in making this possible. Some of the steps that the government taken are: first one, it can ensure that labor law are properly implemented and workers gets their rights. Second one, it can support small producers to improve their performance. Third one, if necessary, the government can use trade and investment barriers. The next one, it can negotiate the WTO for fair rules. It can also align with other developing countries with similar interests to fight against the domination of developed countries in WTO. These are the major points of the lesson. We will continue in next video.